Hey guys, excuse me, haven't spoken for a while. I loaded a video earlier while I was out today, and not realizing all day long is Martin Luther King Day. And that told me once again that I was raised by a very bitter, racist man. I was born in 1956, and he was just hateful toward everyone, but in particular black people. And lo and behold, when I was about 13 or 12, they integrated schools. We got on great, mainly because, and guys, never mind. I was always drawn to people who were sort of looked at like they're weird or funny or like they don't belong. And there were a lot of white kids who were taught the same thing, that to hate black people. And let me say something right here to black people. Not all white people hate black people. Boy, I gotta watch First Takes, but I don't like to redo tapes, redo videos unless they're some like instructional. This is just straight from the heart. Anyway, when they integrated schools, since I was smoking cigarettes, smoking pot, and so were the black dudes, but the black dudes were cooler. These white jocks walked by, we went, you know what, F you. So I was really drawn to black people, but I'd go home every day and be taught different. And that's what I was going to say before I broke down. Is to both, to everyone. Look, we were raised primarily to hate color. Think about that a minute. We were taught to hate a color. Just, you could stop right there. Everybody could stop right there. What? Yes. Our parents, and they were probably taught. And it goes back, I'm not going to say that I could ever understand what a black person felt at the time they were first brought to this country against their will. And then they didn't know the language, the food, everything was foreign to them. And here were these people with weapons that made a lot of noise, and they were very frightening. They were very scary to these black natives, people. I mean, however you want to say it, because Africa is tribal. It's a tribal culture. But anyway, I was going to say I could never feel that pain ever. But I'm a Christian, and I think I almost understand it, because I write poetry. I'm not going to read any. I've been sitting here. I've wrote 1, 2. Oh, there's my pen. My pen stuck to the 3, 4. And I'm gonna tell you something about that. I'll just sidetrack in a second. When I write poetry now, I can feel the Holy Spirit or Jesus. This is new to me, so I don't really know how to say it. I feel the inspiration, I guess it is. I'm writing. It's not like automatic writing. I'm really strange when it comes to creativity, because I always loved strange from the time I was a kid. And I don't mean to say black people are strange, but y'all know y'all's a little strange, don't you? And in a good way. I love strange. I love strange. I don't like traditions when it comes to people copying other people. Black people, they be like pink tennis shoes and lime green. But now, the hatred in me that I was taught, early I would think, man, that dude looks stupid. And a lot of people, white people, think that. But now that I'm enlightened by Jesus Christ, to love, forgive, and be thankful, and try to understand other people fully, I'm always drawn to black people. I just went to a place, a healthcare facility, and I went there because I was having difficulty with Christian thoughts. By that I mean, I'm not going to, I shouldn't say, but there's a point of doubt in me. I guess like Thomas Bimage, it just hits you. It doesn't linger in my mind. Is there really a God? I can't prove there's a God. But I get like a little shock when I think that. And I think, dummy, You've experienced such joy. Look at your face. I look at myself in the mirror. I took a picture of for my sister. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. I had an idea. I was watching Dr. Martin Luther King. I had caught myself in poems referring to him as the greatest man who ever lived. And besides Jesus Christ. And the reason I say that is because this man was bold. He was courageous. He was on a mission. And watching him, I'm gonna watch a bunch here later on. Maybe write another poem or two about him. Excuse me. I need to talk more often. I haven't made that many videos. But I really want to understand Mr. King. He glows. He has like a golden glow, and his movements are real tranquil, and he speaks just real eloquently. You know, I was thinking if there was a description of an angel. Yeah, I'll break down. But it's just real important to me. But I was watching part of a march, and that's where just the idea came to me to create a march myself. And I'll get back to Dr. King in another video because I plan to research him. See, maybe if I could. I was going to try to join the NAACP. I don't know if you could, if a white person. Well, I'm sure they can. I'm sure. I didn't even mean to say that. That's really an awkward thing to say. Yeah, but I'm going to join the NAACP and try to become active in, I don't know how to say it, but just to be representing white people that don't hate black people. Even though we're taught to hate each other. We grow up and we have this inner uneasiness around each other, and it's something that's taught to us. Let's unteach ourselves, man. Do you realize how much hate would leave this planet if whites and blacks stopped hating each other? Hate's alive. I mean, every time you look at a person, I think the Bible says if you hate, you're a murderer. He who hates his brother without a cause is murder, something like that. I don't want to quote that because I'm not sure, but I think it's in there. That's a very sobering thought. Wow. Anyway, I thought that I would just put this idea out there to black people and to everyone who likes marijuana and thinks it should be legal. I was inspired by Dr. King just now. Why don't we have a marijuana march on Washington? It's past time, man. It's way past time that pot be legal in the United States. It's just absolutely ridiculous that our government sits on the Schedule 1 rating, Schedule 1 narcotic rating for marijuana with heroin, LSD. It is just absolutely childish. These are supposed to be our leaders. And what are they leading us into? Chaos and debt, uncertainty, distrust, infighting in Washington. I mean, do you realize the revenue the U.S. government and every state could realize in a short amount of time that's now going to drug dealers? Are you following me? The fact that our government refuses to legalize pot enables drug dealing. It enables the flow of marijuana into this country. If we had marijuana in this country in every state, it's not going to stop it, but I guarantee you it would slow it down. I think it would stop it, especially if we Americans insisted on buying American. Buy American weed, man. We grow good weed. And I'll tell you what, I've been to Denver 3 times in the last 14 months or so. And I was just absolutely amazed when I walked into a dispensary. First one I went to is Medicine Man, and it's kind of a small lobby. When you walk in, they check your ID because they scan it. You can buy up to an ounce of product a day, total weight. And to the right is the medical. I don't understand Colorado law, but they keep them separate. And then to the left is recreational. And it's just so casual. It smells real sweet and good, and everybody's really cool, and they'll make deals with you. But seriously, it's probably kind of like you know, the people that say that they'll save you $15,000 on a vehicle. Oh yeah, really? Saved me 15 grand? But I think there's maybe some of that going on, you know. But I actually believe the first time I went there, my total ticket was like $280. I know it sounds like a lot, but I made the trip for that purpose. I actually didn't spend that much, considering I got an ounce. Literally got an ounce of high quality products. I got hash, I got all kinds of things for $280. Airfare from where I was at was $88 round trip, flighthub.com. So I mean the entire, I got an ounce of high, really fine mix of stuff for what's that, $400, about $400. Anyway, sidetrack. But the feeling in a legal state, at least the feeling I got, was way different from states that aren't legal. For example, here, I'm sorry guys, here in Central Texas, where I'm leaving soon, I'm planning to go back home to West Virginia. Ugh. But for some reason, Denver keeps going, and I think about that. I'm sorry, you're a rude hillbilly, man. But I think about that, and I think, well, you know, Colorado, the Rockies. I mean, come on, talk about beautiful mountains. And they're not that far. I went on a 5-hour tour with Colorado Sightseers. I think I had the sticker somewhere. But excellent ride. 5-hour trip. We went to Red Rock, Evergreen, Echo Lake, something like that. She was real cool, man. We were in a van, like 6 people. It was a little bit, it wasn't really raining. It rained a little bit, but it was kind of misty. Really nice trip on the Rockies. We went up to, I think we went to a little over 10,000 feet, maybe 11,200, something like that. I have a blanket I bought up there at one of the stops, and it says 11,200 feet. But everyone says the air is thinner, and it is, but it's cleaner. This air where I live here, not this room, I got my window open, it's real heavy with moisture and just sticky, icky. You get in that mountain air, it's like, they say there's less oxygen. Maybe there is, but I think there might be less oxygen in this air because it's so full of moisture. It may even be equal. There might be more oxygen up there. I don't know. But anyway, my point being that the feeling in a legal state, here say marijuana at a bus stop or in a waiting room, just say marijuana or Jesus. Either one, and they go together. It's another thing. I would love to see Christians get together. There are many Christian cannabis clubs. Because guys, Christians, I'm not going to tell you how to believe, okay? I'm just going to share the way I believe. And when I smoke marijuana, I pray about it. And I ask Jesus, if I'm doing wrong, give me, He will. Jesus will let you know. So far that has not happened. It's never happened in my life. And it's a plant that He created with just tons of uses. And many cultures down through history, they use intoxicants, the mushrooms, all kinds of, actually psychedelics. And if you think about it, I'm not going to. But anyway, marijuana just should be legal, man, if for no other reason than money. And veterans, oh my goodness, you want to believe, veterans get treated so bad. They'll be in there detoxing, you know, and they can't get Ativan because it might make them an addict. Wow. Can't get pain meds, might make them an addict. Can't get anxiety medication, might make them an addict. Whew. That's another subject. Anyway, guys, this is just an idea to have a marijuana march. I'd really like to get some influential folks in the marijuana movement to support. And I'm not saying I'm anything more than the idea maker. I'm not capable of pulling something like that off. I'd like to speak there, and I would really plan something to say, because I have things that are very encouraging and they're hopeful with regard to marijuana and the lies we've been believing, just like with racism. we're taught lies. Why do we keep teaching ourselves and our children lies? A lie only stays alive as long as it's told. So why do we keep telling them lies? Over and over. Generation after generation. Lie after lie. Teaching lies. Wow, instead of teaching truth. Wonder who's behind that. Christians know, don't we? That's why we need to be on the front lines of racial equality. If you're white and you have difficulty with black people, I suggest you pray and ask Jesus to forgive you and to cleanse you of that hatred. Same to black people. There is really no cause that I can see to hate all white people. Are there white racists? Sure. Are there black racists? Sure. So what's the point in thinking everyone of that color is a racist? Oh, you're black. Oh, you're racist. Well, I think I might paint myself green, tattoo green all over my body. That way nobody will hate me. Alright guys, I gotta go, and don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm getting into the poem right here. Let me just read. They're not that long. Let me read one. This is to show you how Jesus inspires me. I laugh my ass off because I'm writing them. As I'm writing them, they seem to not make sense, and then I'll go back and read them, and they, in an odd sort of way, they make sense. You'll see. You'll see. And I laugh so hard. And I was praying. I pray all the time. I don't know why I look up. I don't look up. I look kind of out there, and because Jesus is in my heart. But you know, we're human. And I was saying, Lord, must be joy unspeakable, because I'm talking about I laugh, and I'm here by myself. I don't even have a girlfriend. Any of you black girls out there single? Any of you black ladies? I'm serious about that too. I'm looking for a ashtray right now. No, I would love to have a lady of color. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a black girl. It could be a mixed girl. All right, this poem is a message to other poets. I'm on allpoetry.com, and there are a lot of black ladies on there. And they're real cool. They're creative, and I love that. Oh, I love that. I love to meet a black girl who's real soulful and creative and sweet. Because I'd love her. I'd love her. Anyway, this is called Come Together. And it's one word. Come together. I am a Christian. I am white. I can't feel your pain, but I might. Because each night I pray a lovely blackbird will fly my way. Catch our winds together less at sunsets and rises in our together mess. I dig black girls. Connect please in a poem to me. Please, me and you should come together. Please, let's come together. And see, as I'm writing, I write them real fast. There's only, look how many edits are on this thing. I could show you some of my poems. I don't know how many I've written. Anyway, here's another. This is called Jack's Crackers. I laughed my ass off when I read this thing. It makes no sense when I'm writing it, but it seems to make some kind of sense. Okay. It says, deeper into ancient cracks, toils of wonder attacks, we backs from attacks. Jack's Crackers, I won't be quiet until you know me. I won't fly on off until you blow me. Jack's Crackers, I will die. No, I will die to go see. Back a word. Jack, see. I'm wanting to. You probably can't figure it out. I'm not gonna ask you to. But the last part there had just about. I wanted to get the initials JC, Jesus Christ, but it came out Jack C. Jack. I even changed. I had CEE, and I don't know what the... Okay, I'll read you one more. Oh, this one's pretty cool. Oh, this one's good. This one's good. When I say that, guys, I'm not going to say some automatic is right. Yes, I am. This is inspired writing. I'm going to quit making excuses, guys. I'm a Christian. This is inspired writing, okay? And that's a gift. That's a gift of Jesus Christ. I've always been inspired by oddities and strangeness, and that separated me from kids. When I was growing up, I liked the weird music. And I'd look at them, and I'd look at them getting really into this really pedestrian beat, and I'm listening to this bizarre, this Frank Zappa, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, and grooving on it. I mean, getting into it, and they'd be like, "Oh, I can't believe you listen to that shit." I'm trying to stop kissing. This one is called Edging Loneliness. Okay. Stood against my backdrops of chimes, winded, still. I saw a fair wind wafting, turning slow in a windmill. Be still. My inner ear drums, monotonous beats on. Lion killing lambs down. Then we eats. Anon. Be quiet still. Peripheral shadow boxing, dancing madly around. I don't feel. Better quiet down. Now. Still. It makes sense to me. I mean, I don't know. Point being is this: it's fun. Those are just written. I'm writing again like I was inspired to write about. I don't know. It's been a few months ago. I'll show you guys something. If you don't want to stick around, don't stick around. These are full of poems. I'm not kidding you. They're full. They're all full of poems. It's fun. You can probably see my edits and my scribbles. Oh yeah, show them some blank paper. I got them turned around back. Let me just pull one out. You can see how many there are. Let's see. I'm going to turn it toward you because I don't have to look. I already looked. I scribbled. I would scribble and scribble, but I was writing my ass off. I'm talking about I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. I had to go through this whole thing, and I was drawing little pictures. And you know what? When I smoke weed, and people say, "Oh, that you're just high." Yeah, I am high. I'm in another plane. I'm in another level. As far as being driven to create, it's just even the guitar the same way. I listen to Jimi Hendrix. Oh my goodness, and Buckethead. Matter of fact, there are too many amazing guitarists. There's just too many. But the two that stand out are Jimi Hendrix and, well, three. Jimi Hendrix, Frank Zappa, and Buckethead. Oh boy, Buckethead. Alright guys, I'm going to go. I know it's been long, so thank you. And I don't know what video I'm going to next. It'll probably be something kind of like a Bible study. And if I said anything that has offended anyone, or I just hope you didn't hear me wrong, because I just think we can stop hate by simply looking at a different color. Why don't we do this? If you're a black person, when you look at a white person, pretend they're black. White people, when you look at black people, pretend they're white. Oh, and when it's day, pretend it's night. And when it's night, pretend it's day. And we might make hate go all the way away. Okay? Alright guys, see you later.